Hello everyone, this is Matthew Alon. In this video, I will take you through projects that will make more provision in Microsoft Word. This video will also help you pass Microsoft Word expert exams. So let's go through this project one after the other.
Project 1, Task 1. Save the current theme to the Geometrics Templates folder as Sphere Flyer. Save the current theme to the Geometrics Templates folder as Sphere Flyer. To do this, let's go to the Design tab. Then in the Document Formatting group, select the drop down as under the Themes feature. So select Save Current Theme. Okay, so to the Geometrics Templates folder, just select Geometrics Templates folder, then right here type Sphere Flyer, Sphere Flyer, Sphere Flyer. Okay, so Geometry Templates folder, Sphere Flyer. So click Save. That is done. Task 1 mark completed. Now task 2. Rename the important macro, emphasize, save the change. Name the important macro, emphasize, save the change. Okay, to do this, go to the View tab, then in the macros group, you select the drop down, then select View macros. Right here, you select the macro name important and select Edit. Okay, so here you carefully delete important and type emphasize. Okay, emphasize. So save the change. So to save the change, just click the save here and go to file and click close and return to Microsoft Word. Okay, task 2 mark completed. Now task 3, set the application default font to Rockwell Condensed 18 point with a dark blue color for this document only. Set the application default font to Rockwell Condensed 18 point with a dark blue color for this document only. Okay, to do this, go to the Home tab. Then in the font group, select the font dialog box launcher. Okay, so right here, just type Rockwell. Okay, just select Rockwell Condensed. Then you have 18 points. Select 18 points and dark blue. So ensure this is dark blue and set as default. Okay, for this document only, so you select this document only and click OK. So that is done. So task 3 mark completed. Now task 4, limit formatting to the selection of styles. Do not start enforcement. Limit formatting to the selection of styles. Do not start enforcement. Okay, to do this, go to the Review tab and you select that in the Protect group. You select the drop down and select Restrict Editing. Okay, limit formatting to selection of styles. So select that. Then do not start enforcement. Don't click here to start enforcing protection. No. So task 4 mark completed. Now task 5, combine the changes in the 365 underscore WE underscore 201 underscore fair add underscore edited file in the Geometry Templates folder into 365 underscore WE underscore 201 underscore fair add. Show the combined changes in the original document 365 underscore WE underscore 201 underscore fair add. Accept all changes and stop tracking. Combine the changes in the 365 underscore WE underscore 201 underscore fair add underscore edited file in the Geometry Templates folder into 365 underscore WE underscore 201 underscore fair add. Show the combined changes in the original document 365 underscore WE underscore 201 underscore fair add. Accept all changes and stop tracking. Okay, to do this, let's go to the Review tab. Then in the Compare group, select the drop down and select Combine. Now, original document, just browse to the fair art as the original document, click open. Okay, then in the revised document, so under here just select, you can browse to fair art edited and open. Okay, now show the changes in the original document. So show changes in the original document and select OK. Then keep formatting changes from the other document. So as a fair add underscore edited. So continue with mesh and accept all changes and stop tracking. So go to the changes group, select the drop down, accept, and the other accept. So select drop down under accept and select accept all changes and stop tracking. Okay, task 5 mark completed. Okay, as done. Project 2, task 1. Modify the quick access toolbar to include check spelling and grammar. Modify the quick access toolbar to include check spelling and grammar. To do this, just go to the quick access toolbar. Right here you have the drop down, just select it and select more commands. So in the word options, you can see the quick access toolbar is selected already, so you just scroll down and search for spelling and grammar as required. You have spelling and grammar, then you click add. Okay, so let's drag the text runner to the top. Okay, so you can see the OK button. So that is done. Task 1 mark completed. Now task 2. Configure this document to allow only digitally signed macros. Configure this document to allow only digitally signed macros. To do this, you go to the File tab, then select More Options, and you have here Trust Center and Trust Center Settings. Okay, so you need to select the required option. So disable all macros except digitally signed macros. So just select that. Disable all macros except digitally signed macros. So you click OK. Then you click OK as well. So task 2 mark completed. Now task 3. Replace all hyphens in the document with n dashes. Replace all hyphens in the document with n dashes. Okay, to do this, you go to the Home tab. In the editing group, you have Replace. Okay, let's drag this back to the bottom so you can see the whole Find and Replace dialog box. So bottom, you have the Find and Replace dialog box showing here. So define what? All hyphens. So just type hyphen, then replace with what? N dashes. So for n dashes, you can just click more here. See special character, you have n dash. So that is done. It's just here. Just click on replace all. So all done. We made 4 replacements. So you click OK. Then you close the dialog box here. Now task 3 mark completed. Now task 4. Copy the macros from fundraiser.docm located in the geometrics templates folder to this document and apply the emphasize macro to the text Gourmet Forge. Copy the macros from fundraiser.docm located in the geometrics templates folder to this document and apply the emphasize macro to the text Gourmet Forge. Okay, to do this, just go to the View tab and have the macros group. You select the drop down next to macro here, so you just select View Macros and right here the macros dialog box is select organizer, and okay, in this organizer window you just select close file, then click again on open file. Okay, and it's done. So you go to the geometrics templates folder as required. In document folder you see geometrics template. Okay, so you can change this to all files. You can see the file you're looking for. So fundraiser does docm. So fundraiser, select fundraiser and click here open. Okay, so right here you select the fundraiser. So fundraiser is selected here. Okay, just like you have it here. So it's selected, and share selected here. We have the new macro. You select the new macro, and you select copy. Okay, then right here you select close. So to ensure that the macro is copied, so you just go to macro and view macro, and you see emphasize is here. So pick a date and emphasize there. So that shows it's copied already. So you just cancel this. Then you apply to the text. Government forge. So the text is right here in the document, government forge. Just select it carefully. So you go to macros again, view tab, macros group, macros, then view macros, and here you click run. Good. Okay, that is done. So task 4 mark completed. Now task 5, create a new style based on normal style. The style should display paragraphs as justified with font size 12 and the font color as automatic. Accept all other defaults. Name the style forge description. Do not apply the style. Create a new style based on the normal style. The style should display paragraphs as justified with font size 12 and the font color as automatic. Accept all other defaults. Name the style forge description. Do not apply the style. So to do this, just go to the home tab. In the styles group, you have this drop down, just select and select create a style. Okay, create a style. Okay, let's just click on modify. You have name, then the style name should be forge description. Name the style forge description. Forge description. For description, then the start time should be a paragraph. Then based on normal style, so leave it as normal. Okay. Then you have the style should display paragraph as justified. So justify. Let's select here or justify. Okay, justify. Then you have size 12. Okay, size 12. And font color as automatic. Okay. Name the style for description. That is done. Okay, so do not apply the style. You need to click OK. So let's drag this again to the top. Okay, every other thing is done. You click OK, and task 5 mark completed. Now great project. Correct. Project 3, task 1. Replace all occurrences of the heading 2 paragraph style with the heading 3 paragraph style. Replace all occurrences of the heading 2 paragraph style with the heading 3 paragraph style. To do this, just go to the Home tab, then in the Styles group, you have the heading 2 paragraph style. Okay, just right click on this and select all. So all the heading 2 paragraph style is selected, and you go to heading, you see all is selected, go to heading 3 and just select heading 3, so that has changed to heading 3 paragraph style. You select this and that is done. Task 1 mark completed. Then task 2, modify the hyperlink style to use the font color blue in this document only. Modify the hyperlink style to use the font color blue in this document only. Okay, to do this, you just go to the Home tab, the Styles group, so you click on the launcher here. Okay, and go to, scroll down to hyperlink. Okay, just right click on hyperlink and click modify, so and change this to blue. Okay, change that to blue. Then in this document only, let's drag this to the top. So in this document only is ready here. In this document only, then select OK and close this window pane as well. That is done. Task 2 mark completed. Now task 3. Create a citation for the website named Federal Death Roads in Moab, Utah, with the corporate author USDA Forest Service and located at http www.rngr.net. Create a citation for the website named Federal Death Roads in Moab, Utah, with the corporate author USDA Forest Service and located at http www.rngr.net. Okay, so to do this, just go to the References tab. Then in the Citations and Bibliography group, you select Manage Sources. Okay, let's drag this back to the bottom. So you have here this Source Manager dialog box. So you select New, right? Then you select Type of Source, select website. So corporate author, the corporate author is USDA, so type USDA author, corporate author, USDA forest, forest and service. So service, USDA forest service, that's done. Then located at, then the website as well, name of the website is Federal Death, so I show you include spelling, Death in Moab, comma, and Utah. Another death road in Moab, Utah. Then URL http www dot rngr.net. Okay, that is done. Just confirm everything is clearly entered. Okay, okay, okay. That is done. Click OK and close this. So task 3 mark completed. Now task 4. Add the caption below the table that reads table 1 popular Moab trace. Add the caption below the table that reads table 1 popular Moab trace. Okay, to do this, just go down to the table. Okay, just go to the table, select anywhere in the table. Click anywhere in the table to select it. Then add a caption below the table. Go to insert caption. Then type the text popular Moab and trees. Popular Moab trees. Okay, that is done. So actually it's below the table. Select it. Okay, and click OK. Confirm this. You can see that the text is added below the table. So task 4 mark completed. Now task 5. In the text box at the bottom of the cover page, add an author field to the left of the vertical line. Set the format option to capitalize each first letter in the author's name. In the text box at the bottom of the cover page, add an author field to the left of the vertical line. Set the format option to capitalize each first letter in the author's name. Okay, to do this, just go to the cover page. So here's the cover page, the text box right here. So select the left of the vertical line and go to the insert tab. Okay, in the text group you have quick path, right? So you select field, and right here you select author. Okay, so first capital. So the format option to capitalize each first letter in the author's name. First capital, and click OK. That is done. Okay, now task 5 mark completed. Then great project. Correct. Project 4 task 1. Update the index to include the Tyrannosaurus Rex entry. Update the index to include the Tyrannosaurus Rex entry. Okay, to do this, just go to the index, scroll down to the index. Okay. Okay, here you have the index. You can just right click and update field. Okay, so Tyrannosaurus Rex entry is here now. So task 1 mark completed. Then task 2, configure the paragraph and list under the rules for visiting dinosaur sites heading to keep lines together. Configure the paragraph and list under the rules for visiting dinosaur sites heading to keep lines together. Okay, so we just go to a paragraph, rules for visiting dinosaur sites. So the paragraph list, under it, you select, then you go to the home tab. In the paragraph group, you have the paragraph dialog box launcher. Select it, and the line and page break tab, just select that, and you see keep lines together. Keep lines together. Okay, let's drag this to the top. We are able to click on OK. So that is done. Task 2 mark completed. Now task 3. Create a list of figures beneath the table of figures heading on the last page. Use the default format. Create a list of figures beneath the table of figures heading on the last page. Use a default format. Okay, to do this, we go to the document. Let's drag this to the bottom. Okay, so you go to the document. So you have the table of figures located on the references tab. You have in the caption group, you have table of figures. So insert, create a table of figures beneath the table of figures. So go to the table of figures. So under a table of figures. So here is the table of figures. So we can add a list of caption, objects, and their page numbers for quick reference. Okay, that's what the table of figures does. So you have table of figures, select it, then on the last page do the default format. Okay, just ensure everything is left as it is. So we have OK. So that is done. Task 3 mark completed. Then task 4, insert a date picker control in the cover page text box below report date. Configure the control for today's date. Use the format MMMD. Then insert a date picker control in the cover page text box below the report date. Configure the control for today's date. Use the format MMMD. Okay, go to the cover page. Okay, here's the cover page. So just below the report date, right here, just select the text box. Okay, and below, please go down, press enter key. So here we go to the developer tab. So developer tab, you can use this to install the picker. So ensure your developer tab is active. So if you want to bring it up, you can just go to the file tab here, and you have more than option. Here you have customized review. So you must ensure that this is selected, right? So you have your developer tab. Okay, then so you go back there. So you have the developer tab showing now in the controls group. So you select the date picker content control. Okay, then right here select this and select date. Okay, that is done. And let's go to properties. So properties, and select the format mentioned there, DDDD. Okay, now you have DMMMM, DYYYY, MMMM, DYYYY. Okay, let's drag this to the top and use the format. Okay, that's done, and click OK. So that is done. So task 4 now completed. Now task 5. Insert the citation for Donald Digger at the top of the 4th page. end of the first paragraph, immediately following below is a map of dinosaur track sites that are open to the public. Insert the citation for Donald Digger at the top of the fourth page. End of the fourth paragraph. Immediately following below is a map of dinosaur track sites that are open to the public. Okay, to do this, just go to a document. Let's dock this bottom again so I can see it better. So you have a document, scroll down to the fourth page. Okay. So here the fourth page. Below is a map of dinosaur track sites that are open to the public. So immediately after that, just click, and now you go to the references. Inside a citation, insert citation Donald Digger. So you select this. Okay, so task 5, mark completed, then grade project. Correct. Project 5, task 1. Preview the merge results for this letter. To do this, go to the mailings tab. Then in the preview results group, you select preview results. Okay, that is done. So task 1, mark completed. Now task 2. At the top of the document, replace the words applicant name, address, city, state, and zip code with a mail merge address block. Accept all default. At the top of the document, replace the words applicant name, address, city, state, and zip code with a mail merge address block. Accept all defaults. Now to do this, you go to the top of the document and carefully select and delete the name, address, city, state, and zip code. Okay, so now go to the mailings tab. In the right and insert fields, select the address block. Okay, and accept all default and click OK. So that is done. Now task 2, mark completed. Task 3, record a macro named signature. Create a macro named signature. Record a macro that types out the text, commit, and format it to the papyrus font, size 18 points, color blue. When you press Alt Ctrl 9, store the macro so it only exists in document based on the current template. Create a macro named signature. Record a macro that types out the text, commit, and format it to the papyrus font, size 18 points, color blue. When you press Alt Ctrl 9, store the macro so it only exists in documents based on the current template. Now to do this, just go to the document and scroll down to this space between sincerely and commit. Now select that, click there, and or place the cursor there. So from here you go to the view tab. Then in the macros group you have select the drop down and select record macro. Okay, so right here the macro name is signature, so type signature. Okay, so store the macro in the current document, select that, then you click the keyboard button. So right here the shortcut key will be Alt Ctrl 9. Okay, so you click assign so that it can be assigned. Here you can see Alt Ctrl 9, then you close this. Now you go to the home tab, and the font group, select the font dialog box launcher, So right here we have, you just type out papyrus. Okay, select that. Then the size is 18 points. Then the color is blue. So select blue and select OK. So right here you type word or Smith. Okay. So now go back to the View tab. In the macros group, select macro and select stop recording. That is done. So task 3, mark completed. Now task 4. Create a font named company font that has the heading font set to Times New Roman and the body font set to Arial. Create a font set named company font that has the heading font set to Times New Roman and the body font set to Arial. Okay, to do this, just go to the design tab. Okay, so in the document formatting group, select the drop down next to fonts. Under the font, then select custom fonts. Okay, so right here the heading is set to Arial. Okay, then the body font set to Times New Roman. Then type it. Okay, Times New Roman. Then the name company font. Company font. Okay, that's done. Just click save. Okay, so task 4 mark completed. Now task 5. Modify proofing options to allow French, traditional and new spellings. Modify proofing options to allow French, traditional and new spellings. Okay, so now you go to the File tab and select more options. Okay, so proofing. So right here is the French mode under the dictionary, custom dictionaries. French mode, select this and select traditional and new spellings. Okay, so let's dog this. Also, I'm going to click on OK. So click OK. That is done. That is done. Task 5 mark completed. Now great project. Correct.
I believe you have learned a lot from the video. So to keep getting this kind of video, ensure you click on the subscribe button and drop your comment. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.